Which of the following best reflects the electrolyte content of the myocardicytes that would be found in a patient who suffered an MI? Now, with a MI, we have a infarction that is going to decrease blood flow going to the heart. So imagine that this circle represents the heart, and this is a coronary artery supplying the heart with blood. Now, with a myocardial infarction, there is going to be an infarction that is going to prevent blood from reaching the heart. Now, this is important because blood is going to have red blood cells. Red blood cells have hemoglobin, and hemoglobin is going to be attached to oxygen. And when it reaches to tissues, it's going to release that oxygen to perfuse the tissues. Now, this is really important because oxygen is going to play a essential role in normal cellular metabolism. Remember that oxygen is going to be the final electron acceptor in the electron transport chain. And in order for us to generate the ATP that we need for normal cellular processes, we need oxygen. Now, if we have a decrease in oxygen reaching the myocardial then there's going to be this switch from aerobic to anaerobic metabolism. Because remember, with aerobic metabolism, we need oxygen because oxygen is the final electron acceptor. When we switch from aerobic to anaerobic metabolism, we're going to generate a lot less ATP. And this decrease in ATP is going to be really important because we need large amounts of ATP to carry out normal cellular processes because, for example, we have these pumps within the myocardial that needs ATP in order to function appropriately. So let's focus on these pumps. So here's going to be the sodium potassium pump. This pump needs ATP in order to work. So we normally take out 3 sodiums out of the cell and bring in 2 potassiums. Now, if you have low amounts of ATP, this pump is not going to work properly. So now we're not able to take out sodium from the myocardial. Now sodium is going to accumulate within the myocardial. Now, normally the sarcoplasmic reticulum is going to contain a bunch of calcium here, and when it releases calcium into the cytoplasm, it binds to troponin, and once this binding occurs, then troponin is going to take out tropomyosin and open up the myosin binding sites found on actin, and then myosin is going to bind to actin, and this is how contraction is going to occur. Now, it is really important that once all of this calcium is released into the cytoplasm, we are able to bring back this calcium into the sarcoplasmic reticulum so that we are able to carry out normal contraction. Now, this process also needs ATP. Bringing in calcium back into the sarcoplasmic reticulum also needs ATP in order to happen. So if this also does not work, now we are going to have high amounts of calcium just accumulating within the myocardial. So that was the other ion that we were asked about. And we were also asked about potassium levels. So because potassium is not able to get in to the myocardial, it is basically going to be low in the myocardial because it's not able to get in due to this pump not working properly. So we're also going to have low amounts of potassium. So as we discussed, all of this resulted from the fact that we have this switch from aerobic to anaerobic metabolism due to the fact that we have low oxygen supply. So to answer the question, we said that there's going to be an increase in intracellular sodium, a decrease in potassium, and an increase in calcium within the cell.